Okay! What's going on, Rockstar? My name is Omar Redamar, your Jersey boy, and I'm coming to you live straight from the Garden State, and I have a question for you. Are you an emerging leader, maybe being held back by low self-esteem and uncertainty? Well, don't go too far. Stick here on, because I'm going to share with you 3 powerful tips on overcoming the imposter syndrome as an emerging leader, right? So, welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from as you hop on. Let me know how's the temperature where you're at. It's getting beautiful in the Garden State. We're being sprinkled by showers because the Garden State has to stay beautiful. So, welcome. Hope you haven't and had already a fantastic day today. And I see this happening all the time, especially now with all the stuff happening, all the uncertainty kicking in. Many things out there are not being told. Sometimes we lack certain stuff, and you know, I can see this happening in many organizations, people that feel unworthy, undeserved, and I can totally relate. You know, now once you start coaching people in business, entrepreneurs, and you know, people who actually are involved in different areas, you begin to notice certain behaviors because I was there. You see, a few years ago when I began in network marketing in this business journey, I ranked up. You know, I had a milestone, a stepstone, and I ranked up. And I remember saying to myself, you know, it's the right time, the right place. And you know, I don't deserve it because my self-esteem was very low. So I didn't feel worthy, undeserved. I didn't think I was good enough. I was always kind of like comparing myself because other people had, you know, titles and stuff. I didn't have that. And I see sometimes people in organizations going through these, you know, notions that actually are affecting you. But it's really in here. It's a mindset thing that you can begin to change. And I'm going to share with you exactly how you can overcome this imposter syndrome and these 3 powerful tips, right? So, number 1, well, definitely this imposter syndrome is going to cost you way beyond extend the individual if you don't get right in your mindset. But fortunately, here are the ways to overcome it. So, strategize. Number 1, strategize vulnerability. This is one that many people do not want to really be because as a leader, I can't be that vulnerable, right? Because your ego gets in the way. I can't show people the truth. And maybe sometimes that kicks you a little bit, you know, in your shin, or it just makes your ego kind of like be exposed. And that's something that happens. When your ego gets in the way, there's a book actually out there that I heard about today. We're going to get it. It's called Ego is the Enemy. And it's something that you definitely want to look into if you're dealing with this type of stuff. Because sometimes it's just a matter of changing your mindset the right way. Okay, excuse me. I think I'm getting allergies. So, MIT's Sloan Management Review. Oh, sorry. Sorry. All right. So, I can show. Number 1 is strategize vulnerability. The willingness. Oh my God, what happened? I was okay. The willingness to fail and to do so openly should be a core competency for many leaders. And this is the one that most leaders out there struggle with. Why? They're afraid to be judged. They're afraid to be criticized. They're afraid to be seen as the normal, real person that's actually behind all those accolades and stuff like that. All right, so number 1 is strategize your vulnerability. Okay, hope that take some notes. To transform, and that innovation requires a vulnerability most people are not comfortable with. To transform the culture that breeds imposter syndrome, leaders need to make vulnerability a part of their organization's strategy. Okay, what does this mean? Leaders should have difficult conversations, messily, emotionally, but offer solutions. Okay, so when you become a leader, in any organization, you're going to deal with the most complicated creation on earth, the human being. Human beings are full of problems, emotional beings, and you're going to have to find out what is the trigger that's bringing that, work around that, be vulnerable, but overall be willing to, fix the problem in a nice way as a good leader. Number 2, promote problem solving. This is really crucial. So if you're encouraging people that they can be their best and to become a version of themselves, and they can do all things and they can achieve and become, once you start stepping up a little higher levels, right, as our friend Angel Fletcher says, that with every level comes a different devil, since you're going to have to encourage people all the time because they're going to face different challenges. You're human. And in the growth process, the personal development, the self-development, however you want to call it, it's not an easy path. And especially when you're not used to that. See, I'm coming from a background where I dropped out of high school, had to finish at night, I didn't go to college, I had an associate I didn't really dig into. So I had to overcome that imposter syndrome by personal development. And that's hard. Personal development, you got to develop yourself, and that's the working project that never ends. It's not like you read a book or two and then you're done and that's it. No. So it's proof that the leaders believe in their skill and acumen, but it's not the stamp of approval that eradicates imposter syndrome. However, when people tackle their challenges, their sense of validity, there you go, and mastery will grow. As Valerie Young, author of The Secret Thoughts of Successful Women, shared, the only difference between someone who experiences imposter syndrome and someone who does not is how they respond to the challenges. That one is a little deep, right? I'm going to let that sink in. So, in trusting in people with the challenges in the first place, trust them, right? Number 3, very, very important. This one is the most common mistake, but it's really good to fix it. Make questions commonplace. So inviting questions is imperative, definitely, in combating the perfectionism that gives way to imposter syndrome. Dr. Brené Brown calls perfectionism the 20-ton shield. Okay? We carry it around thinking it's going to protect us from being hurt, but it protects us from being seen. How about that? You think it's protecting you from, being hurt, but it's protecting you from being seen. So it's blocking everything else because you have that perfectionism in you. Okay? Questions help up, down, put down the 20-ton shields and everything that they're defending. Leaders must create a culture of learning where they're asking questions in the norm, where a gap in knowledge invites the collaboration. Hey, Noel, what's going on, champion? Hope you're doing great. Where the gap in knowledge invites collaboration and sharing rather than the withdrawal and shame. You see, have you heard that knowledge is the new currency? We're in the information age. We're in the knowledge age. But knowledge put into action is power. Knowledge itself is not power unless it's put into action. So how do we influential leaders do this? They're confident answering a question with, I don't know. And are just as confident when they share they discover the answer. So your confidence is going to show throughout the roof. It's very important that the way you project yourself as a leader, the confidence you have and you carry in you is going to pass on to your people. So you're definitely going to have that. Hey, Tone Fernandez, hey, here's a man who knows about confidence and speaking to people and the audiences. Love that, man. This man is amazing. So very crucial, they conclude meetings with a mandatory round of questions. Always ask people open questions because this is going to help you understand the behavior of people, the mindset, how confident they are, how you can deal around their lack of self-esteem, maybe their uncertainty, maybe their unworthiness. They feel all these they're all mental issues. In reality, it's a mindset. It's really mindset. When you dig into this, discovering this in people, you unveil a world of possibilities for them. And you just put that out there for them to just open up their eyes, unveil it, and give them the keys to walk through that and say, hey, you got this. It's all in you. So definite, really important and crucial to keep that in mind. Once you start working with people, you're going to understand their mindset. So you as a leader, anybody as a leader, you need to understand that you need to lead by example. You need to open questions and always have that. So I'm going to give it up. I'm going to do a little, summarize what we did. Number one, strategize vulnerability. Be vulnerable. Be willing to let people know who you really are, and don't try to be someone on social media that you're not. So, like, for example, I have teams. I've failed many times. I've hit the wall. I've hit the floor face down with my teeth. And I let people know my struggles because it's a little more relatable. People can understand that. And they don't want to see, you can see all the accolades on social media and all the stuff that we can achieve and the team growing. That's fine. But let people know your struggles, being vulnerable. When you speak to someone as a leader or you becoming a leader for them, let them know that it's normal to feel certain ways, but you got to work in your mindset. As Carol Dweck says in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, we have to promote and always encourage people the growth mindset to understand that skills and talents can be developed to get you anywhere you want. Although we all mostly have, many people have a fixed mindset thinking that traits and talents are good enough, fixed just to get you where you're supposed to be. You can also encourage the growth mindset. Really important when dealing with people. You become a counselor, you become a psychologist, you become a leader, you become a friend, you become a family, you become so many things besides just leading an organization, because people are trusting you with their dreams, their hopes, and they're trusting you with becoming the best version of themselves. So how can you equip somebody if you're not equipped? So it's like giving a machine gun without no ammo, right? You give somebody, hey, come on, we're gonna go and I got your back to back. I'm gonna give you my AR-15, but I ain't got no ammo. How are you gonna use it, right? So no, you equip people. You give them the right ammo. You give them the right weapons for them, suitable for them. Let them use it and believe in them, trust them, right? So number two was promote problem solving. Always understand that as a leader, you're going to be solving problems every day. If not, ask Tone Fernandez. He is on the phone every day with different type of people, solving problems, helping people out. Because guess what? The biggest entrepreneurs in this world right now, the biggest thought leaders, the biggest rock stars and change makers are people who know how to solve problems. Period. Right? That's one of the biggest keys. And also, make questions commonplace. So always be open, inviting questions and combating perfectionism. How can we make this better? Because sometimes that imposter syndrome comes of, I want to be ready until I take action, And like I said before, you might get all the knowledge. In this information age, you go on social media and you become a consumption junkie. Like, you become an information junkie. There are so many gurus, so many people teaching so much stuff. So you got to be wise about it. You got to be like Paul and grasp what's going to help you. Whatever, anything else, just release it. Let it go. like Elsa in Frozen. Just let it go, right? So, there you go. Hope you find some value. And if you did, share in the comments, what do you like best? And if you know of somebody who is dealing with any type of uncertainty, low self-esteem, and just wants to build up on that confidence, well, guess what I did? I have a video for you that I recorded a while ago, but I'm going to be sharing it. It's actually called The 4 Ways You Can Master Magnetic Confidence Anywhere. So I had recorded this, but I think it's very, very important for this right now. I will be selling this video later on because I think it has helped so many people. I want to put a price to it now, but it's 4 ways you can master magnetic confidence, and you can actually become your best self. So if you or someone you know is dealing with this type of stuff in leadership, in business, anywhere, even sometimes in relationships, sometimes the man, a man has, an elegant woman. And he has the low self-esteem, like, man, I don't deserve her. This woman is amazing. She treats me like a king and all that stuff. And I don't deserve it. I'm unworthy. Even that can be a big problem, because you're already putting yourself underestimating yourself and with low self-esteem. So there you go. Remember, fostering empathy is crucial nowadays. And empathy, as Norman Krasanik describes it, he says that empathy is the art, the ability of stepping in someone else's shoes and seeing the world through their eyes. All right, there you go. Hope you found some value. And if you do want to get the 4 ways to master magnetic confidence, just write to me, put it in the comments. I'm going to share it with you. I already have it recorded. I have it written, but I'd rather send you the video so you can feel it. You can feel it and actually help other people become the best version of themselves. Okay, once again, it's your Jersey boy, straight from the Garden State, Luz Iglesia Dinora. What's going on? God bless you over there in Ponce, Puerto Rico. Tom Fernandez, thank you for all the value you bring, my brother. You are a rock star. Noel Munoz, Eugenia Tamayo in California. What's up? So there you go. These were the 3 powerful tips to overcome an imposter syndrome as an emerging leader. Hope it was helpful. Rise, baby. Do life differently. And remember, keep working on your mindset. And I'll see you over the top. Let's go.